Njayeli Security Services is in the business of physically guarding property and VIP protection services, among other roles. Operating for over a decade, it services both private and public sector clients, including state-owned enterprises and municipalities around the country. In a very demanding space, it has to compete with bigger and more established security companies, which includes complying with many rules and regulations as set out in the Private Security Industry Regulation Amendment Act of 2021. Compliance, which is necessary to ultimately ensure good conduct in this arena, usually comes with costs, and being a relatively smaller company, it's sensitive to negative practices.
There are so many challenges in terms of late payments, which also affect us so much as a small business, because if you don't get paid on time, it means you need to go to either banks or other places to get a loan. And finally, when you get paid, you don't get paid with those interests that you need to pay back. So which then affects your profit margins.
Njayeli says it's had to invest in technological solutions like surveillance equipment and other relevant industry gear to stay on top of the game and to remain competitive. While this is costly, the company says it's imperative to remain relevant, retain and attain new customers. As it looks to expand and invest in the business further, it cites access to funding as one of its biggest challenges.
As a small business, it's quite difficult to access funding, because wherever you go knocking on those doors trying to get funding, they want to make sure that you'll be able to pay back the money. And for you to be able to prove that you can pay back the money, you need to maybe have some sort of capacity in or money that you will put in yourself, which sometimes is a bit difficult as a small company.
Njayeli notes that the security industry is a tough and dangerous space to work in, and that additional costs also have to be incurred to safeguard its personnel in the execution of their work, ensuring that backup systems are in place to aid in sticky, potentially life-threatening situations.